Hello and welcome to The Flow. The process of personal growth is oftentimes fraught with anxiety and fear. Yet, one of the benefits of contemplative prayer is that it helps remove, or at least strip away, the false notion of power associated with the fear of change. Jesus, time and time again, asked people to examine their belief system in all facets of life. And then, the history of culture teaches us that people would rather put someone to death than change their lives or behavior. Think about this as we wash away the week. I wash away the past week. I gently remove the stains of fear of the present and of the near future, knowing that distress prevents a clear vision of the here and now. I cleanse past regrets and foibles which in reality no longer hold true power. I scrub away unthoughtful habits performed without intent, making gains or progress trivial. I wash away words spoken, secretly intended to boost the ego, designed to enhance a sense of personal importance. I bathe in the knowledge of strength found in gentleness, simplicity revealed by forgiveness, and laughter expressed in hope. I feel the freshness of renewal and the clean scent of restoration. I dry my hands feeling God's gentle, continual love. And that is good enough. In order to love God and neighbor, first learn to love a sparrow. Sparrows seem cheerful, and despite their lack of bright colors, remind us to be happy with who we are, regardless of how we might feel fate has treated us. Sparrows remind us to find joy in little things. In old Celtic beliefs, sparrows were seen as being closely connected to the spirit world, and contrary to the way they were seen in the rest of Europe, they were associated with honesty and diligence working within their community or flock. Sparrows symbolize many positive things, including hard work, community spirit, and the possibility to achieve great things through working with others. In order to love God and neighbor, first learn to love a sparrow. Where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? Knowledge gives us information. Wisdom gives us light on the way. Knowledge is skill. Wisdom is quality. Knowledge can be learned. Wisdom can only be distilled from those places in life where knowledge is not enough to really explain what was happening to us, or information failed to resolve what was happening to the other. Jesus said to the disciples, "I still have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all truth, for he will not speak on his own, but will speak whatever he hears, and he will declare to you the things that are to come." Can you connect theology with the evolutionary process? Has your own theology changed over the years? Why is the process of change scary and fearful? Have you ever been guided by the Spirit of truth? Benjamin Franklin once said, "Things take time." And the passage from John speaks in terms of the reality of time and humanity's ability to embrace a new reality. For example, the beginnings of Reformed Judaism began in 19th century Germany. Yet in the first century, with Jesus' criticism against purity laws and pushback against the adherence to the law without following the spirit of the law, well, Jesus might be credited with being the very first Reformed Judaism rabbi. Later, Paul supported women in ministry as he worked his way across the Roman provinces, working with many women who were leaders in the early Jesus movement. Yet, it took almost 2,000 years for women to be recognized as priests or rabbis. Underlying much of Jesus' teachings is this: Jesus taught that humanity must evolve. In fact, one of the latest areas of interest for contemporary theology is the notion that the proper noun, God, could be intertwined with another noun, evolution. I still have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. We pray, O God, that we may know you and love you, that we may rejoice in you. And if we cannot do so fully in this life, let us go steadily on to the day when we come to fullness of life. Meanwhile, until then, let our minds meditate on your eternal goodness. Let our tongues speak of it. Let our hearts love it. Let our mouths preach it. Let our soul hunger for it. Let our flesh thirst for it. Let our whole being desire it until we enter into your joy. May we see God in all things. May we find Christ in all suffering, and may the Spirit help us to move forward with compassion and truth. Let us walk in love. Let us go in peace.